Hi, and welcome to the virtual reality interview series. I'm your host, Nikhil Whitaker-Woody, CEO and event coordinator for the VA World Conference. The purpose of this series is a heart-led mission. We aim to inspire, motivate, and lift the voices of women who have shaped their paths in the virtual and remote world. When it comes to the style of our conversation, we're committed to being authentic, fully transparent, and maintaining an atmosphere of open dialogue and mutual admiration. So, we're not here just to tell tales, but to share our realities. We want to know the highs, the lows, the in-betweens, and the resilience it takes to keep going. So without further ado, and with great anticipation, let's pave the way for this conversation with warmth and an eager spirit to learn. Hello, everyone. And today our enterprising visionary is Laurasha Lovett. Yay. Laurasha Lovett is a phenomenal and devoted wife, mother of business owner of Artistry Lather, blogger, author, student of life, and proud veteran of the United States Marines Corp. As you can see, she wears many hats. Yes, she's a bath and beauty expert who takes her knowledge and expertise and cultivates other stay-at-home mom CEOs. Yay. Being a stay-at-home mom herself, she knows how it can feel lonely. So with all the success she has with Artistry Lather, she wanted to share with other stay-at-home CEOs. She wanted them to reclaim their time back and financial freedom to spend more time with their family and friends. Her three pillars are family, business, and money. In a nutshell, she empowers stay-at-home mom business owners to elevate into the super bosses that they are by providing them all the tools they need to boss up. She truly loves what she does. Now she knows this all may seem like a lot, but her motto is, when you do what you love, it's not work. So welcome.
Hi.
That introduction, oh my God, 4 kids, girl.
I was like, who is that? That's me?
That is you. Oh my God, I cannot imagine. And the Marine Corps, girl.
Yes.
You is just, thank you for your service. You is just all over the place. I cannot imagine. I had 2 and I'm done.
Well, one of them is a set of twins, so it's like 3 births, 4 kids. Okay. So like snuck in there. Yeah.
Nope, couldn't do it. I'm tapped out. But okay, to start the conversation, you are a different type of virtual entrepreneur. As a creative, what type of positive experiences are you having?
As a creative, the positive experience that I'm having is being able to be at home. I'm able to create. So I built out we have a whole garage that we transformed into, like, because I was doing fashion. I went to fashion school and everything. I'm that type of person. I wake up and be like, I think I'm gonna be a lawyer today. Let me go find some classes. Because I am creative, I needed a space to outlet. So that's how I'm able to be creative. And because I do own my own business and I don't clock in, it affords me to just get out there and flow and go with the wind some days. And it's just been great.
I'm glad. I love being creative too. I went to school for interior design and art history. Okay. And I mean, I love to redesign my house every 5 seconds. I'm always,
come on over, girl.
I'm always doing something. Love it, love it, love it.
For some reason with interior design, that is not something I've been able to pick up on. Like, I feel like I'm very crafty and creative in areas, but like interior design and knitting, girl, can't do it.
Yes, my grandmother made sure I knew how to knit, crochet, paint, do ceramics, all the things.
Okay.
So yes, love being creative, love being creative. What are some of the struggles that others who are creative and thinking about starting a home business should be aware of?
my struggle, which I tell this to people all the time, just because you have a million and one idea do not mean you have to do a million and one ideas. As creators, we like, but we want to do all the things. And I was like, yes, you can, but write them in a book and knock them out one by one. Enjoy that creative process of whatever you're doing in that moment. So I would say, don't try to eat an elephant by eating it whole, small bites, enjoy the moment, and see what you like and don't like in the process. Because being creative, I don't know about you, but for me, it can cost, it can hit them pockets,
Yes.
right? A whole lot, no matter what the Michael's 40% coupons off or this or that, whatever, it costs.
Yeah. I used
Because
to
you're
have to
gonna sweat
ban
the first
myself
time.
from Hobby Lobby. I literally banned
Yes,
myself from Hobby Lobby.
yes, yes. Like it could cost a lot because you ain't gonna get it right the first time. So what you gotta go do? Buy more supplies. So I would say give yourself time and grace
Mhm.
on all the things that you want to do and just enjoy the moment while you're making it.
Yes, I have a whole file cabinet of nothing but spray paint, glitter,
Girl,
stickers, construction
I
paper.
got bins and bins.
Yes, you can't put an art project past me. Like, you can
Listen,
do it? Yes, I can. I can even make a T-shirt. I could supplement a T-shirt. Yes, I
I
can.
had to stop myself. I was gonna buy a t-shirt machine, like the press, and then the
Mhm.
thing for the mugs and cup. I said, no, Shay, no, Shay, no, no, no. You just like crafting, you like doing it, you just support other crafters and creators, just
Yeah,
get them to make your shirt. I had to stop myself.
yeah. I have the heat press and the printer. Yes, I do. Yeah. So I understand why you possibly did, but what was your main goal when you decided it had to be a virtual business?
We're virtual and also in person, so we do vendor shows as well. Actually, this year we've minimized vendor shows and we're going more wholesale, private labeling, bigger B2B type of things. We're still going to cater to our customers, our clients. Um, one of the things I told myself when I got to Marine Corps is I wanted, when I was going through this whole process, I'm medically retired. I wanted to put my kids on and off the bus.
Mhm.
And I know just the area we live in, it was just too much to, people got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and make it to work by 8. You're not getting home to 6, 7 o'clock. So that wasn't working for me. So I was like, okay, Shay, what is it that I can do that can still support the family, bring in some income, but also I'm a stay-at-home mom, but it's like I'm not the cooking and cleaning type. I'm the one to put them on the bus, get them off the bus, run a few errands, right? Make sure the house clean. That don't mean I got to do it, but make sure the house clean, what I'm saying? That type of thing. So my daughter started the business, and then I was already in the entrepreneur world, but she started the business and then she left. So I kept it going and I loved it. And it's just been great because it allows me to still be available for my family,
Mhm.
but also still be creative and still bring in income to help, like I said, financial freedom and be able to hang out with the girls and coffee dates and lunches and brunches and stuff like that. So that's where I was like, okay. And then I tittled with the idea of having a storefront. And I was like, yeah, no, we're going to stay online. We're going to just ship these packages to people, right? Yeah, no. So because I knew it would mess up the flow and the dynamics of my family. We're a sports family, we're a law enforcement family, we are kids involved in everything family. So it's better for me to be home.
Yeah,
That just works for our household.
that is so great. I love how you say you don't cook and clean. I
No.
don't clean. I love to cook, but I do not clean. My husband does the cleaning. He does the laundry. I can do everything else, but I ain't doing that. And I don't wash dishes.
Look, wash, dry, fold service, your best friend.
Yeah, and I don't do dishes. So
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, dishes and laundry. I'm like, oh,
yeah. I don't mind washing the dishes. I don't mind washing the clothes, but I'm not putting them away. I'm like, I'm not taking them in and put them in the dryer. I'm not putting them away. No, that just ain't me.
yeah,
Do you feel like your cultural or personal background has influenced your approach to how you run your business?
absolutely not. Um, I am. the first person within like my mom's kids, and we'll just branch off to my aunt and my grandparent will go that realm to own a business.
Okay.
So it's very foreign. It was foreign to me going into it. So I piled up on, listen, anybody was selling a course, I was buying it. Okay. Any type of program that was out there, I was there. Business conference, I was there. So I would say that had no influence on my culture. My culture had no influence on me being an entrepreneur, but it has become a culture and influence my kids. Now they see you don't have to be a lawyer, a doctor. They're starting to see the possibilities of things.
Mhm.
Like, so yeah.
That's very interesting. I don't see where my culture or background really plays a part either. But with the DEI thing and everybody wanting to be all inclusive, I was wondering how everybody feels about that. Do you feel like you need to say I'm Black and I'm proud all the time, or can you just be you and still?
Yes. Now, do I take advantage of all the, Black owned business stuff and just for absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, come in. Why not?
I know you from the organization that we both are members of. Well, you're a founding member, but members of. So, what steps have you taken to build a sense of community in working remotely so that you're not lonely?
Okay. Well, I'm a board member, not a founder.
Okay.
Yes. So one of the things is before being a board member on that organization, the Virginia Black Business Chamber of Commerce. Boom! I had to make sure it acronym.
Yes.
Okay. And before that, I was like going to vendor shows, networking. This was like pre-COVID. Doing all of those things. Then once COVID happened, just being more online, showing into like Facebook groups for moms, groups for business owners. So I tried to stay connected in those types of ways. Now that the world has opened back up, we're back out, we're doing events. I see what's happening. I show up to things. I'm on virtual calls. I'm in person. I've even scheduled in time on my Facebook to morning and afternoon to stroll through some of the group, like, comment, make sure, like, I see you, because I understand how it is to be an entrepreneur. You post and you don't get nothing, and that's discouraging. So I try to go in during my social media time that I plan and just stroll, comment, put emojis or something to show you, like, I see you, you know what I'm saying, things like that. And I think, because I know for me, it helps mentally when I see somebody do that. And it was like, oh, okay, they see it. I did good, So those are just like the small things that I do. I love to recycle our dollars within our community. So I'm always like going to the app, checking who I can see to do this, or if I see somebody post something in certain groups and they're selling something, at that moment, I'll try to buy something. I'm very supportive of small business in that way. And then I'm also like sharing knowledge. Hey, check this out. Hey, look at this. Hey, have you thought about this, or inbox or on the post? Just depends on what type of relationship we have. Yeah.
So, were you Instagram famous before you were a business owner, or did you have to get that mindset shift to say, I got to be the face of my brand? Oh my God, I got to do this.
This is so funny. I was an Instagram and Facebook person before business. Then when I became a business, I started hating social media because the focus changed, right? The focus changed. It wasn't just me on there being catty and chatty and like, oh, this is, whatever. Now it's more posting with a purpose. Make sure you're sharing your business. Make sure you're supporting other business. Literally became another job.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I was having fun before, but now it's like, oh.
Yeah. Do you feel like you can transition it from being a job? Because I feel like with me, I have learned that just being real, I don't feel good today. I'm tired today. I gotta go in that stupid office today. I feel like those things have made it more fun for me, where at first it really was a chore. So have you
Right.
felt like you've been able to bring it back and say, okay, now I'm having fun again?
I have recently, so I took a social media break. Some things were just happening. People were just reporting my page.
Mm.
I was in Facebook jail. So shh, 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 shh. Go. Sorry.
You're fine.
Go. So sorry about that.
You're
People,
fine.
real life, they knew I was down here, but all right, where we at? Okay, so one of the things I have been doing is recording things
Hmm.
and having my project manager schedule it. And then when I go on social media, I go in there for fun. So if I want to pop up and do a live, hey, what y'all doing in these streets? So because I'm schedule blocking time out to record all my stuff and then having it scheduled. Now I don't feel the chore and the hassle and the business like because it's already done. Now, anytime I go on social media, is for the most part, besides engaging with our audience, but for the most part, it's just me. Hey, what's going on? Doing that, doing this. So that took a lot of load off. So
Hmm.
schedule your content, businesses. I'm telling you, it is God sent.
That is true. That is so true. I do a mixture. I batch for like a whole day on Saturday, and then I am literally doing a live video every day. So I do a combination of it because I really want people to see the stuff that I'm going through every day.
Yes, correct. I'll do more of my stories like that, right? Because it disappeared.
Mhm.
So I'll do more like sharing and more raw type in my stories because it disappeared. But for my lives, it's a little different for me. Yeah.
How do you handle setbacks and keep yourself motivated?
I cry in the corner and then I listen, I'm not gonna sit up there and be like, setback. We just have a minor setback. No, I go cry in the closet, be wanting to drink a whole bottle of wine, be wanting to quit, be like, God, why did you call me to this? Like, I just be going through it. But then I put a time limit on how I'm supposed to feel that, like, feel it for this long. But then, girl, we gotta go. We gotta pivot and see what we need to do, what worked, what didn't work, what can we do differently. So I give myself time to feel it and then I get back to it, whatever that may be. I outlet with some other business friends, like, oh my God, we took a major hit. This what happened. Something's not right. What's going on? I have a business coach, so I'll check in there like, yo, what? I don't know. And so I do those different combinations of things to
Mhm.
help. And that's how I get back up. I cry, drink some wine, hash it out with some business people, let my business coach get in my butt, and then and go on back up and do it again.
I like the time limit on the pity party. I do like that. I have literally been going through it with the home renovation and all the business trips and everything else that's going on. And yesterday, I just had to have a friend tell me, you got people that can support you. You got people you can talk to. And I'm like, but I'm supposed to be the role model. Like, what? I can't be falling apart. And she was like, girl, please.
Right? That's why it's important to have peers in your circle, like that are right there with you,
Mhm.
right? So that way you can have those moments.
Yes, because it was a moment. I'm like, I just don't know what to do. I feel like you get so many blessings and you don't want to not take the blessings, but also you don't
Mhm,
want to block your blessings because you're
mhm.
tired.
Yeah, it's so hard to navigate through sometimes, right? So you're like, oh, yeah. But
Yes.
you gotta, I feel like to me, my thing is the only way to succeed is to fail
Hmm.
because it basically shows, okay, that didn't work,
Hmm.
but the next thing can work. And it just helps make your thing stronger because in failure, to me, there's lessons
Yes.
to make you better, right? To things to help you grow. So it wasn't like a all the way 10 steps back. Like what's that thing they say? One step forward, two steps back.
Mhm.
It could be one step forward, one step back, but you learned something. So yeah.
Yes. So, how do you feel like someone who's new into being an entrepreneur can plan for scalability and future growth? Because I know with me, I didn't have any formal business training, and I literally was clueless. So, what kind of advice do you think that a new person should be like, okay, this is what I need to do to put in place so that I can grow?
One, know that every journey is different. So your entrepreneur experience, you could be learning from the same person in the same category, like someone in the same category, but your experience is going to be different. There are some foundation pieces that are the same, but for the most part, your experience is different. So just because it doesn't work the way that you see their journey working, don't be discouraged. That's their journey. So you have to see what the foundation pieces is and flow with that and put your spin into it. Second, listen, there's so much information out here. You can get overwhelmed. I'm a firm believer in a 90-day rule. Try something for 90 days. Now I'm learning 6 months. 90 days ain't even enough. That's just enough just to start tickling the feet and then getting into it. Maybe 6 months, maybe a year. Try something and don't be afraid to pivot, because a pivot doesn't mean you didn't succeed or fail. A pivot is like you went here, you pivot. You went here, you pivot, but you just keep climbing with that pivot. So don't be afraid to pivot. Don't be afraid to change up the message, because my thing is the message can change, the mission is still the same. That's the military me. The message change, the route change, but the mission is still the same. So make sure you have that mission. What is your mission? What is your why? And whatever that is, that's what you're aiming for. So it may change on how you strategize and do it, but the mission's still the same. So, and just take your time. I know we got bills to pay and we got things we want to do, but entrepreneurship to me is not a destination. It's not a arrived place. It's a journey. It's a flow of ebb and flow, and it just, you got to be able to go with the currency, sometimes fight it, sometimes just let it take you, however, but just be mindful and have a good support system.
Definitely.
Honey, support system. We were talking about that support system, right? Check in with people.
Yeah, I recently had to cancel my event and I felt so defeated. But like a day later, I was like, hold up, nope. I just need to pivot. I just need to change some things. This is how it's going to work from now on. The message came back stronger. The passion was more there. I just felt better after making the decision to, okay, this is not what we're going to do. I'm not going broke doing this. We're going to revamp this, still keeping the same purpose, still keeping the same mission, but figuring out other ways to get it done. So yeah, definitely love the pivot is not a failure. Love that.
Right.
Okay. So you have a creative business, and we've already talked about Hobby Lobby and how much money we spent. What financial considerations do you feel are crucial when you are starting your business?
Oh, what is crucial? I think that depends on the type of business, but I would say self-care. It's crucial to have a budget for that, because you're going to get stressed out with entrepreneur. Things aren't going to go your way. So you need something to like help yourself go through those moments that you feel like you're getting beat up on and things aren't happening. So make sure you have something for self-care. Another crucial piece in business, I firmly believe in a business coach, right? Because here's the thing I love about business coaches is that it may have took them 15 years to get where they at, but they've learned all of this stuff and they can help cut your time down to get into where you want to go. I believe in paying for good pictures, right? Listen, it's a good headshot, a good fun shoot. If you got products, some good pictures for your products. I also believe in joining some types of membership and commerce and networking events, because you just don't know who or what not, or who they're attached to. So some type of networking thing, going to events. I believe in a virtual assistant or assistant, whatever that price look like for you. Because trust and believe, if that's not your wheelhouse, talk to myself, someone can get it done better than you. I'm a creative. I like to be up moving. So sitting at a desk, doing emails and scheduling this, what takes somebody 4 hours will take me 10 days because I don't want to sit there. I'm like, okay, let me schedule this. And I'm already 2 days in and 4 days don't went by just because I get up and go do something. So I say pay for someone to do something that you you don't like to do.
Right. Working your zone of genius, definitely.
Oh,
Definitely.
yes.
Yes. I love that budget for self-care. That's something no one has ever said. Like, I literally don't budget for self-care. I don't. Like, I only get my nails done once a month, and everybody's like, "You don't get your nails done there, girl? I cannot afford $100 twice a month. I just can't." So
Listen, let me tell you how you get past that. Press on, girl. Press on. Listen, I love me some good press on, baby. I got like 20 pairs, and I'm always buying press on, and they're reusable. I love me some good press ons.
yeah, so I definitely love the budget for self-care. I need to do that because I don't do that enough.
I wish you would have told me that when I started.
Yes, yes, I'm definitely going to make sure that we highlight that in your promo. Coaching. So like in my journey, I literally did not get a business coach.
Okay.
I did not even invest in coaching until this year, and I've been in business 5 years. Like,
Okay.
this year was my first investment. I went on a retreat, a coaching retreat for a week. Do you feel like coaching is an immediate need, or it is something that you can work up to?
I feel like it depends on, you have to just see what type of person you are and what motivates and drive you and how you operate. For me, I didn't have a coach starting out. I was out here, like I said, just signing up for this, doing that. And then a friend of mine was like, you should check out such and such. And I did. And I was like, what? Like everything I learned in years, she was just telling us like boom, 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 boom. And I was like, okay. So I think it just depends on the type of person you are. I'm a type of person because I'm military. You give me some instructions and I'm gone. A, B, C, D. Okay, that's what we need to do. All right, what happened after D? Give me E, give me F. And listen, I don't need, and for me, I don't need no one to hold my hand. So it's critical that you find that type of person that works for you. But I would say starting out, if you cannot afford the investment, you still can follow someone you admire, who you want. These coaches give out free content all the time, right? Because them giving you things to start, it don't hurt them in any type of way. So I would just say, see what it is that works for you and figure that out. I would have said, if I would have knew about the person that I was with and the other people I've used years before, I would have jumped on it. Then I maybe wouldn't, now that I think about it, because I probably would have been skeptical because I was just starting business. So I had to watch them for a while. And I did. And then,
What do you think is the best quality to look for when looking for a coach?
Consistency and results. Right. I look at it as, I don't need you talking about yourself. Because listen, I'm the best thing that's like, Brad, you can't tell me I ain't good. But what are the people you've helped stand?
That's an interesting thing. Yeah. I don't know what I would look for. I like a person that's them. Like when I met Tasha Boo, she literally acts the same way you see her everywhere else. And I like that. So I think I just like the transparency of, she really is who she is. Whereas a lot of coaches, they turn on this persona, and then they drip things, and they tell you 5 seconds worth of something, and you got to pay $500 to get the rest of the something.
Oh, yeah, I don't like them.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
Yeah.
What does continuous skill development look like for you?
For me, I'm in the bath and body industry, right? So continuous skill development, and one thing we just did is we hired a formulator to revamp all of our formula to make it longer shelf life, because we want to be in stores. So, but stores don't want completely natural ingredients that's 3-4 months is done, right? Unless you got boutique. But bigger stores, they like, listen, we need a year, 2. like that, right? So continuing learning for me is like learning things within my expertise, my genre of how to make my product better or how to take pictures better, because things are changing, and so you have to be changing with your category, because if not, you're gonna get left behind. So always stand up with the latest. Who is your industry is bigger than you that you're inspired to be like? What are they doing?
Yes.
Right? They usually can tell you what people tell you. Target sets the trend for things. If you go to Target, Target gonna tell you what's popping.
That is true.
So, like, you have to stay in the know of these things, get on people's email list, learn stuff. It just I'm always doing knowledge. So it's just making your business better, making you better.
Can you share a time when you were empowered by your business?
Yes. So this year we landed our biggest contract it's our biggest contract to date, but however the ink ain't completely dry on our next big contract, so we can talk about this one. We We will be in AARP subscription box, the Lux and Lumious for Black-owned business product. They'll be shipping them. You can sign up now to receive it. It's their fall box, and people who sign up now to the end of the year will get this box. But it was 2,250 shower steamers. It was our biggest one to date, and it was. Listen, I cried when they said yes. All because I followed up. Follow up is important, people.
Mhm.
I cried when they said yes. I cried when they sent that half deposit down. I cried when I was making it, because I was like, what the heck was I thinking? Wanting to make all these shower steamers, and the help that I had, everybody disappeared. I cried when I finished. I cried when I mailed it off, and I cried when they received it, and then I cried when they sent the last deposit. It was just a lot of crying going on, y'all. But that was my biggest empowerment moment. But that moment also let me know I was made for this. And I love it, which made me reach out to other companies, and we'll be in some more subscription boxes, and I'll be able to tell y'all that once the ink dry.
Yay, that is super awesome. So everybody knows I follow you now. So you have a special coming up. Tell us about that.
Yes, so October 26th is our big release. We have changed the style of our soap. It's a 5-layer soap that we make. It's a 5-layer colored soap. I wish I had it, but I don't. It's a 5-layer colored soap. There's 6 different designs, so you'll be 6 different soaps, and they're based on these artists. What are they called? Artists cards where she give you the hex number, like basically she color code number things for you. So we designed our soaps off that. We have that. We got a new cream coming out that our formulator gave to us, so it is beautiful to our skin. It's particularly Black and brown skin. We have a new body wash coming out, and it's literally a limited edition, and it's one of them things where like you better get it while you can, because I'm not making any more, because I have, like I said at the beginning, I got 1,000,001 ideas I want to do. So you better get it while you can. And that's that. It's a limited quantity, and I probably won't do another release until right before Christmas or after Christmas.
That's super awesome because I'm always trying to find new body wash. That's just me. And I definitely always need a moisturizer. I have eczema and I'm always itchy. And so I definitely need to try some of that lotion.
Yes.
Definitely. So, what is my last question? Where do you see the remote industry going?
It's hard to say because the world's opening back up. So I feel like it dwindled down a little bit. But I feel like if you've made a presence in that world during this time, I can only see you going up from here, because people are accustomed to it.
Mhm.
So because they are accustomed to it, you'll be fine. But you got to stay in the algorithm,
Yeah.
okay?
Definitely.
You can't fall off. That's the sucky part about it. I think it's gonna do great things. I think it also opens you up to more people, right? And then just your local area or just the people who are attached to you. Because one thing when we look at our analytics, we see more non-followers
Mhm.
like, comment, and look at our stuff and eventually follow us than our followers.
Yes.
So you're just opened up. It's like 8 billion people. Come on.
Yeah.
You're just open to the world. So I don't see it going away. I just see it that you do have to stay in the current and the trend of it all
Yeah.
to stay afloat.
Yes. Okay. So our last question. Can you share one piece of wisdom or a piece of inspiration for someone who's about to start their own entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, girl, do it. Sir, do it. Just do it. Here's the thing. There is 10 different, if you go look on the bread aisle,
Mhm.
there is 20 different companies. And there is a customer for every company. So don't think that the market is saturated and you see all of this. There's no you in the market. Okay? Your uniqueness, your specialty is not in the market. So don't let nobody say, oh, there's 50 million, but we're about to be 50 million and one because I'm finna be the one. So just do it. All right, just do it. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it. Don't be scared because you see 20 different other companies doing the same thing you doing. They not you. They don't have your touch because you are the secret sauce. Remember that.
So true. So true. So, everyone, I want to thank our guests and I want to remind everyone that we were not just talking, we were sharing, growing, and reshaping the narrative of what it be like. I don't know why I said
What
that.
it be like?
Or what it's like to be out here as an entrepreneur. So let's shine together and we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good day.